All right. Good morning. It is Saturday. So I wasn't able to stream yesterday, so I'm going to do a couple of makeup sessions, I guess, over the weekend so that I can hopefully finally get at least enough of this game finished that I can move on to some other projects and then come back to this before the deadline. So I made a lot of progress off the stream. Basically what I've done now is I've been working on updating my custom C components or plugins, I guess, to rebuild the map. And what I am trying to get this to do, and this is what we're going to be focusing on today, is how do we use the tile map editor to place down all of the tiles and then use those tiles to place down the actors and then replace the tiles in the background. So as you can see here, I'll zoom in a little bit. What we have is, this is our level. I put all these enemies here just so I can make sure that they're actually getting moved and deactivated correctly. And so we also have our exit, and we have our player, and then we have our clouds, but the clouds are still using the built-in scripting stuff. So if I hit play, what's going to happen now is that when this loads up, I'm calling my own custom C function, and then that function is going through all the tiles below this, starting from here to here, and it's going to analyze each of the tiles. It's going to look for the player. It's going to put the player in the right position. It's going to look for the exit, which is the first platform underneath the player, and then it's going to look for any enemies, and when it sees the enemies, it's going to place an enemy, and I now support different directions. So I don't know why it's taking so long to compile. I mean, I just literally was running this a second ago, but let it do its thing. And there's some stuff that I need to figure out. I was trying to piece it back together, but here, as you can see, now this was our tile map, and as it loads in, it removes all the tiles from everything else, and we have our exit. And this is important. What I was trying to show is that I have the player basically on this right tile here, and I'll zoom in so you could sort of see it a little bit better. But a platform consists of two tiles. At least the minimum platform can only be two tiles. There's a left and a right. Now there's a middle tile that'll extend it out, but the reason why I need to make sure that platforms are only at the bare minimum two tiles is because we need the exit to fit within that space. And what I've done is I've created this logic that it goes through, it tries to find where the player is, it uses their column, and then it goes row by row until it hits a platform. But if it hits the edge of a platform, it needs to shift the exit over. This way it's always set up correctly. Now, I have some issues with these clouds. They keep going above certain sprites, so I'm going to have to fix that a little bit later. But for the most part, this now works. Oh, it's telling me game's over. This is what we're going to actually work on next. We can kill these guys and our stars, and then we go to the game over. So what's happening is that now that I've moved all of this logic into the custom C function, I need to figure out how to pass in the variable that counts how many enemies are active on the screen. Because what happens is that every time we kill an enemy, we subtract 1 from the alive enemies, and then when the alive enemies equals 0, we show the exit. So let's go take a look, and this is what I was messing with yesterday. So I have this custom event here that I built, and it's called Setup Map Actors. I pass it in the player, I pass it in the exit, and then I pass it in each of the enemies. And now what I'm doing is trying to get it to where I can pass in the right position. So let me switch, or sorry, I don't know why I'm using this position. I think it's defaulted. So we're going to pass in this variable for alive enemies, and I'm going to save this. And what we need to do is, originally when each of the enemies got initialized, they incremented the counter, but I actually want I'm trying to move as much as I can now over into C, because it is so much faster, and I'm just going to try to do as much of it as I can there. And then I'll use the visual scripting stuff for some more like high level stuff that I don't feel like dealing with. But this is basically what we have. I'm just trying to figure out what some of this other stuff is here. Variable tile map ID, set edit mode defaults, edit tile position. Yeah, I don't think we need any of this stuff anymore. Set edit mode defaults, that we need. This stuff we need. I don't think we need this anymore. I'm actually going to disable this. Let me just go do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. So store the selector position, fine. Here we attach, whoops, what happened? What happened to Chibi Studio? Did it just decide it was done for the day? All right, let's maybe not save whatever that just did, and we'll open it back up again. Oh, cool. I think I know what happened. I think my server went down. Yep. Well, isn't that fun? See, I thought that I only had to deal with this stuff when I was streaming on Mondays. Yeah, that's fine. Run normally. I don't even know why you still have OBS open on this. What is going on here? Yep, my workspace decided that it was done. That's not cool. Wow. Studio. Yeah, all of my code decided that it was done. Loading, run normal. Why won't this work? Go close this. That's weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's just par for the course around here. Let's see. What can I do to actually get this back up and running? Let me see if this disk is even still attached. I've been having like a ton of problems with this Terraform DAS that I've connected, and it just drops like all the time. Extra storage workspace. Here we go. Why is this dead now? I want to mount you. That's not good. I do have a backup of everything, but I think I need to actually restart. So, all right, if you're watching the stream, I will be right back. I'm sorry. If I don't switch out of this screen and I restart this computer, it's going to crash a lot more. So what just... I'm going to close out. Failed to open page. Let me just close out all this stuff here. And I was also doing some other work on the server, setting up my dev environment stuff. We can quit this. And yeah. All right, fun. I will be right back because I need to go restart.